All right, continuing on with Op2. So last thing we did was finish these upper diameters. So now we'll go in and do the key cutter. So I'm gonna go ahead and duplicate this. Sorry, not that one, this one. Duplicate that. That way I don't have to pick the tool orientation again. And this should give us the incremental zero depth at each of the heights that we chose the contours at, since we chose both of them instead of just one. It's fine. Oh, this is something we need to change. We need to, on our finished pass, we'll have to go back and do this with the 1/4 inch also. Change it to wear compensation. But the biggest thing is we've got to change the tool on this one. Yeah, so it's a 1/4 inch diameter, and the flute length is 0.06. All right, so it is 3/8 neck length. So there's the right there, 970,360. 1/4 inch, 60,000th length of cut, 3/8 neck relief. All right, so 250 surface speed, 1,500 chip load. I'll say okay on that. Yes. Oh man, plunge feed rate, we gotta fix that too. All right, let's see, passes. So we have, I'm gonna add repeat finish pass for a spring pass. See what that looks like. Come on, rotate. Yeah, looks good. All right, and then yeah, we'll do the same thing over here. Um, we also need to go back, like I said, into these here and go with wear compensation. All right, and then duplicate that. All right, so now we're going to continue down the columns. Duplicate this one again. Change back to the 1/4 inch end mill. So I'm gonna go ahead, I'm gonna do a ramp on this toolpath. So I'm gonna go ahead and set the ramp feed rate to match my regular feed rate. Geometry is gonna be this here. Top height is going to be selected contour. Bottom height is going to be from the origin 3.7. All right, wear compensation. So under multiple depths, I think we have a ramp option. Now, where is that? Oh, here it is. All right, so 10,000 the clearance height, 50. Two degrees, we'll see what that looks like. Uncheck that, I guess. So no multiple depths because we're ramping. Let's see what that looks like. Probably want to see if there's an option in there for the arcs. Looks like tolerance is already at 0, so guess it's going to be perfect, huh? We'll see if it outputs arc moves or lines, and we'll see what our surface finish looks like. But it looks good. So now we'll do the other side. Sure we got enough stick out on that tool. Nope. I'm gonna hit Control G to generate these tool paths. Okay, so next step, gonna kind of get rid of this material over here on the outsides using the 1/2 inch end mill. Alright, so we can hit actually Control D to duplicate, so let's try that. Maybe both of them. I'm going to drag this one down to the bottom. So yeah, so we do that ramp, we do that ramp, then we're going to come and change this one, and then that one. So tool is going to be the 1/2 inch flat end mill. We're going to have to repick the geometry because we don't want it to go all the way around. We just want it to go half. So cancel that. It's going to be a open chain. Starts there. Let's see, do you pick each one? Looks like you pick each one. Okay. So for the height, I'm gonna go selection. Pick that right there, and I'll give it an offset. I don't want it to actually touch that because it's not at the same angle. So we'll say we'll try a 10 thousandths. Do multiple finishing passes. I'm gonna do 4 at 50 thousandths. Okay. Take off the ramping. Okay. Yeah, very nice. All right, same thing on the other side. Yeah, let's do the keep tool down. We'll say See what happens there. Oh, forgot my multiple passes. Oh wait, we can't keep tool down on that one anyways. It does have to retract. Okay. While I've got that 1/2 inch end mill, I think I want to get rid of this material right here off of that face right there. Try a face tool pass, see if that works. 1/2 inch flat end mill, multi-axis tool orientation. Say, let's see. Z will be that, X will be that. All right, we want to flip our X. All right, X should be pointing into the TRT. All right, looks good. Geometry. There. See what that does. All right. Still don't like that vertical lead in. Take that out. All right, so next thing we're going to do is see about some multi-axis toolpaths. Next thing we want to do is to hit these flexural joint grooves. They are not coplanar, these surfaces here and here. So in the past we've done a multi-axis curve toolpath to sort of get those in the same toolpath. So we're going to try that here. And so when we go to the multi-axis section and try to use a multi-axis toolpath, we get this message. And so I wanted to go through this on the video so that you'll know how to do it too. So I click on access, and I'm assuming start access. It says 30 days, but it will renew quite easily, they tell me. So we'll see. All right. So second thought, before we clear these areas out, I want to do a little deburring up here at the top, kind of deeper as we go down again. Once we get these webs cut thin, you can get more vibration up here. So normally we would save the deburring to the end, but in this case we'll kind of do it as we go in sections. But this will also be a multi-axis toolpath, so it's going to be under the 3D section though, 3D deburr. We want to go ahead and find the 1/8 ball end mill. I'm going to edit that tool. I'm going to give it stick out 0.7, 750, 760, and then the holder, I'm going to change the holder to the ER16. This one here. Okay. All right, I'm going to change to 250 surface feet and 1 thou chip load. And then in the next tab, multi-axis, I'm going to choose 5-axis. And then I'm not going to do any tool orientation. So in the next tab for geometry, I don't want it to analyze the whole part and try to deburr every single edge because I haven't machined everything yet. So we're going to hit the drop down and choose the edges that we want it to deburr. And so it's going to be the top edges there, and then these edges at this step. All right. Next tab, heights. Shouldn't have to mess with any of that. Nor with the passes, I think. Yeah, so right here, edge width, that's our chamfer size. So that's what we want, right? We want chamfer, and we want a constant 10 thousandths. Alright, this all should be good. Let's see what happens. Nice. So one thing I want to change, it's tilting way more than it needs to right there. Doesn't need to be at like a 45-degree angle to hit those edges. So there's a setting in here under the multi-axis tab. It says avoid using tooltip. So if we click that and hit OK, toolpath updates, and we get a lot less crazy of a tilt angle. Alright, so that's good for that. Now we can start getting at these, and I haven't found a good way to be able to do these, like I was just saying, in one toolpath. So for now, we're just going to have to do them separately, kind of like we did the other contours. So we'll start doing that. Sorry, we need the bull nose 1/4 inch now, so we're gonna have to go back to the library. So I'll select this 1/4 inch. That's the only one available. Then I'll have to edit it. So our tool has a 60 thousandths radius on the corner to match the 60 thou radius here on the part. So we'll edit that tool. Let's see, flute length is good. Let's go grab an ER16 again. I think we want to probably increase our stick out. Let's try 1 inch for now. Yeah, 3 flutes. All right, we're good. Alright, 500 surface speed, 2 thou chip load. Tool orientation. Z-axis there. X-axis. X-axis is just X. Okay. Let's see, I want edges. Where's the... Try that maybe. See if that's gonna work. Ew. Sorry, chain, open chain. Select that edge right there. I'm giving an extension. Alright, so we're going to let it kind of lead in from this side, and then we don't want it to go too far into the center. We don't want it to hit the other column. For my height, I'm going to select that. Bottom height. Top height. Let's try selection again. Select right there. Okay. So we got left compensation. It's fine. I want to do depth cuts. One finish. So rough at 30 thou steps. One finish, 8 thou. Let's see what that looks like. Okay. So yeah, we gotta fix that lead in, lead out. It's not really what we want. I'm gonna try just taking out the lead out and the lead in. So we added the extension when we chose the geometry, so that should suffice. Let's see what that looks like. Yeah, it looks good. All right, so now we can do the other one coming from the outside over here, moving in, and then that will clear out the rest. So I'm going to duplicate that one. Need to change my z-axis face because, like I said, those surfaces right there are not coplanar. I think that's it. I think maybe we could extend the lead out just a little bit. Okay. Oh, see that? Forgot to adjust our Z. It's not the same Z as over here, so let's go fix that. Our bottom reference, actually probably bottom and top, so top right there, bottom right there. All right. Now we can flip over and do this side the same way. Again, duplicate. Change what needs to be changed. We got to change the X on this one because now our X is going to flip. Sorry, just needed to flip X. Yeah. Oops. That one. Come from the outside in. One more time.